Hi, welcome to Quick Bites. I'm Maureen and I'm here with
Ercole, the disgruntled Italian, come to relax in the kitchen.
And what are we making today, Ercole?
Today we're making a traditional Italian dish, which is aglio e olio pasta. We have all kinds of different pastas, and we start with the water first, even in spite of the aglio e olio name, because we don't want to splatter in the stove.
So we're going to add about a half a cup of water to the pan before we start with the oil being put in.
Okay.
And then we're going to add the oil. Yeah, this is just going to, the burner is on, so it's kind of a little warm. To give you an idea why he's doing that, to give you some of the ingredients that we're going to use, we're going to put in fresh tomatoes today. We have basil, we have parsley, we have tomatoes. With the tomatoes, you can use a canned tomato, you can use plum tomatoes, which is what I chopped up, or you can use something, even just bite-sized tomatoes. Use whatever you have at the house. And we're using fresh pasta, but if you only have packaged dry pasta, use that.
And wherever it's cheaper, because we try to show that cooking Italian cuisine doesn't have to be expensive. So it's for everybody's pocket, any pocket. So now we got the water here.
We got the water here.
We're going to throw the oil in there.
Now this is just a small bottle, so you're going to use about a cup of oil. Right now, with the pasta that I'm going to cook today, it's going to be 3 packages, so it's about 1.5 pounds of pasta. If you want a little bit more oil, use that. If you want a little bit of less, use a little less.
You know what I found, Maureen?
Yep.
I discovered that the oil actually sets over the water.
Yes. Oil and water separates.
Yes.
It's science.
Okay, I think you've been...
Well,
let's put it the last one, so we know we have an exact amount.
Yeah, we just used the little bottle, but we have a bigger bottle. Again, if you have something that's flavored a little differently, go ahead. We'll just gently stir and mix this together.
Oh, excuse me a second. I dropped that.
Now, as this starts to heat, we have this on a medium heat. We're going to turn it up a little bit. What we're going to do is just add the tomatoes and start cooking them in. This water is all but hot, and it only will take a few minutes for the pasta to cook. There we go.
Okay.
Now, if you have mushrooms, you don't like tomatoes, you want to use mushrooms, use mushrooms. You want to use a broccoli, an asparagus. I've done this kind of a dish with a number of different vegetables, and it goes real easy. It's something that when you come home from work at nighttime, takes 10 minutes, 15 minutes to toss together. Mostly the thing that takes the longest is cooking the pasta.
Okay.
So these tomatoes will start to cook down. Ercole's adding the garlic. He has a whole clove of garlic because we have everybody here in the studio who likes garlic. And oh my God, that smells so good.
Yes, I love this.
Fresh garlic, fresh chopped up.
Yes, I'm going to take this one out of the way.
Like I said, this is just heating up.
Okay, and this one too, might as well.
Yeah, it's easier if you clean up as you go.
Oh yes.
Which is nice.
Helps a lot. Okay,
our water is just getting hot right now. Now what we've done earlier, just to give you an idea, is this is just some basil that we've sliced up in chiffonade so that we can just throw it in as a decoration on top. We can even, as the tomatoes start to cook, we'll even toss it in on top of the tomatoes just to get that aroma to come out. That's what will bring everybody to the table, especially when you're coming home late at night, and it makes it easy.
The aroma is like the wild call.
Is that how it was in Italy for you?
Yes, it did. I didn't have to have my mom calling.
Today's Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. We're filming and it's spaghetti day. This is funny. So we're just letting this cook up. So these tomatoes are starting to cook down. You can smell the garlic in there. If you wanted a little onion, you could probably put some in too.
Yes, Maureen, considering the amount of ingredient that we have in this dish, in this pan, we probably have to add a few more minutes because I see the tomatoes are still crisp
Yeah.
as we put it in.
I like a firmer tomato.
You like a firm
I
tomato?
do.
Then
I don't want a
it's just
tomato
as
that's
well.
going to be a mash because then you have a tomato sauce.
Yes, that's just as well.
So if
This
you
is
take
a
a look,
very, very flexible recipe,
it
which originated with just oil and garlic. Then it got enriched with other stuff, like personally, I like some anchovies in it. But the anchovies cannot be cooked with the sauce because they will disappear. So you put it on later after the dish is ready.
and we do have some of the anchovies, and they're
Yes,
just
right in there.
out of a
That's
can.
nice.
And whoever wants them can have them, but it does. It gives it that little bit of flavor that's missing.
Yes.
A lot of recipes have anchovies in them, and you don't even realize. And people go, "Oh no, I don't want." It's something that's very easy. Now these are all beginning to cook down. My water for my pasta is here, so I'm going to start with the pasta while you watch this, because this is starting to cook.
Maureen, I have to say something about anchovies. I love pizza with anchovies. The thing is, we are only still few of us, and we have to always yield to other people that like no anchovies.
So the water is boiling. I'm going to stick this in. Now what I've done is I've just salted the water very lightly.
Now that we're waiting a second here, may I wish happy birthday to a special person?
Oh yes. Whose
Well-
birthday is it? This would make a great meal.
Valerie, if you're watching this video, Norma is wishing you happy birthday.
Oh.
Your birthday may always be beautiful as they are.
So that's good. So
Okay.
is she your granddaughter?
Yes.
Okay. Now, because this is a fresh pasta, even though it was not, say it's a fresh pasta, it's a dried fresh pasta, takes about 2 to 3 minutes to cook. I usually have one of these, whether it be a ravioli. You can always get it out and get it into dinner and get it made extremely quick. Not that dry pasta is hard, because I always have dry pasta, but you're waiting that 10 minutes. And if you've got hungry kids or you're in a hurry, that 3 or 4 minutes, it really does cut it down. Now this is all
throw some in
simmering.
this one
Oh,
here? I would like
definitely.
to.
So did you turn this down? No, this is not
No.
hot. Let's turn this down.
Okay.
So this is all cooking. So these tomatoes are simmering down. He's adding the
Okay.
basil right into, oh, I can start to smell that coming right out too.
Yes.
And let's
That's
see how this
the
is
call
cooking.
of the wild.
And it doesn't matter the shape of the pasta. If you want a
That's it.
fettuccine, you can do a fettuccine. If you want a rigatoni,
The one thing I would like to suggest, it must be a long pasta. Because if you put in the pieces of anchovies and maybe some other stuff that you like, when you wind up your spaghetti, fettuccine, linguine, you can take this ingredient with it. If you have short pasta, you're going to have a hard time to try to get the ingredient and the pasta on your fork. You gotta use a spoon, which you can use a spoon, but it still will be hard. Oh, you know what, Maureen? I have some. Where did I put it?
the fork.
The big fork. Yes,
Yep.
that's right.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna do it as
So
soon as.
I was just stirring that with
How
this.
your pasta goes over there.
The pasta it's all floating. That's how you can tell. When you first are cooking fresh pasta, you put it in, it will float. You give it a minute or two, and again, it doesn't take very long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a scoop.
And I think
Actually,
This
I'm
is
going to go
quite
back to using this.
almost ready.
Now I'm just going to scoop out a bunch of it and put it right in, because what I want to do is simmer this for the
Yes.
last few seconds and mix it together in this pan. Yeah, actually, that was a really good scoop because I've gotten most of it.
Yes. You probably have more.
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen
it.
some little.
That's very, very little. Yeah, see, just a little bit. There we go.
Excellent.
And take these, mix those two together, and start
Well,
blending.
go like this one.
Yeah, one of
You
each
want
here.
it.
And what we're doing is we're just mixing it. And this is, the tomatoes get crushed, so you'll be surprised at what we end up with.
Yes, yes, and I think it will be very I can hear and I can feel the call of the wild here.
So when you have pasta and you put it into the, here, you want to take that away?
Yes.
I'll scoop this over here.
Now,
When you
do
go
I
and you-
hear? Oh, okay, I
Yeah,
got
you
it
can
right
just put
here.
it right over there. When you put it into a dish, if you're sautéing something, whether it be garlic and onions, and you mix it,
Yeah,
that last couple of minutes, or that last few minutes of being mixed together, that's when all the flavor becomes. To just pour it over, it's just going to run off. So right now, like this, you're giving it a chance to cook in. And believe it or not,
Now can you give me an indication for the, oh, we got
we
that
have the
one,
bowl
right.
right here,
We put the bowl in there, so
and
maybe, you know what?
I'm going to pick up
Let
the
me
dish.
help you out.
You
want
got
to
it?
throw the stuff in here?
Yeah, here, we'll throw it right in here.
Give me the pen, and you can scoop everything out.
See, and so, I mean, really, it's like a one-pot dish.
That's right. And look at that. Beautiful.
Okay, let me just scoot some of this over so you guys can see what this looks like.
So now, if you wanted, we can decorate in this one.
Yep, we have the fresh
Oh,
basil.
that's
We have a
hot.
couple of the plum tomatoes. Because the other tomatoes, believe it or not, even though they were chunked, this
Yeah.
is, once you start cooking them down and putting the pasta, they start dissolving. So what he's doing is he's adding a little bit of the cauliflower, a jar. That's what they like. That's what he likes on it. Little olives.
The olives. Well, oh, I
Got to
use
have
the-
an olive in there.
Yes, that's Aglio olives.
That represents.
We have another one?
Yeah, that's good. We got a couple
Okay.
of olives.
That's okay. That's fine. Then some of that.
We have a few of these. If you have the basil, if it's jarred basil, you can have fresh basil for the leaf.
Yes, and now we can
The anchovies. You like the anchovies, so I want to let,
well, a couple of, no, well,
yeah, put
let's
a couple on. It's okay.
put
We
it on
can,
the side.
we can
over there.
find them.
Yeah, I cut them big, so.
Let me get a couple of bowls.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, let me have your fork.
Okay, so we have the modified aglio e olio, and you can modify with anything you want, as Maureen said previously. And that's a very simple dish, quick to make. As you can see, only took us a few minutes.
Yep. And I mean, it's something that, like you said, like we can throw together anytime at all.
Yes, and
I like the basil.
okay, you know what? I'm gonna make this, oh, because
So this is
some
what
cheese on it,
Yep. Let's put this right here.
but be careful, it's hot.
Cheese open.
Oh, I can open.
You can tell we just bought these.
Okay, here
There
we
you go. Sprinkle a little bit on. And you can use jarred, you can use fresh.
Okay.
There you go. I hope you enjoy.
Well,
Thanks very much.
that was very nice.
I enjoyed doing
It's
this.
always good to work with you, and
Yes.
as I'm relaxing,
You're
I
having
think
your garlic.
You're almost like my Tylenol pill.
No more, yeah, no more headaches, no more. But no, this
Okay.
is something that I tend to throw together without giving it a formal name. I
Yes.
look to see, if you have chicken, add chicken. If you want just pasta, you want beans, go right ahead and just enjoy. Thank you for enjoying Quick Bites.
And this is Ercole from the Disgruntled Italian that is can't wait to try the pasta over there. So, and I will thank for all of you to allow us to be in your life and in your time.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Enjoy.